Hello everyone, this is Behemoth Dan, Behemoth ASMR, with pretty much my quarterly video. It seems to be I only make videos when one of these comes out. New magic set, because that's my hobby. So I buy a box every set, and I've been making a habit of cracking them on video for everybody. These videos go pretty long, so I won't talk too much. So I'll just go ahead and get this box open so we can start going through the cards. This video will probably just have me talking like this, card flipping sounds, and crinkling sounds from the wrappers and stuff like that. So this is Journey into Nyx, the final set of this block. This block had a very mythological theme, was very big in like gods and things like that. Like this one's called Journey into Nyx. You know, not to be confused with the river Styx or anything like that. So we're going to wrap up this set. We're going to crack this box. There's a few things we're hoping to get out of it. We're looking for the lands that have the scry ability. There's the ones in this set to round out the all the color combinations, and there's the last of the gods that they've printed, the indestructible enchantment creatures. And there is what's called the God Pack. There's been those God cards I just mentioned printed through all three sets, and there's a chance for one of these packs to contain all 15 of the gods that were printed instead of its normal suite of commons, uncommons, and a rare or mythic. So we're hoping for one of those. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I have an EDH deck filled with planeswalkers, and I made a deal with my buddies. If I open a god pack, I would find a way to cut 15 cards from that deck and put all the gods in it for fun. So let's go ahead and get started. We have 36 boosters, and we're going to crack them all on camera. Just slide this over here. These videos usually weigh in at about an hour, so I appreciate you hanging out for as long as you feel like watching. Some of you might be gone already, some of you just might let it play in the background. Who knows? But either way, I appreciate you taking the time to even check it out. I don't have the best camera. I could buy another one if I could convince myself to make a video more than once every quarter. Well, that's a good start. So let's go ahead and show off our first card. Mana Confluence is the new City of Brass. Pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Extremely useful, and has a home in my aforementioned Planeswalker deck. It's a good start. No complaints from that at all. Obviously, I'm not very big in the AMSR people watching me as far as that goes, but I would like to point everyone in the direction of a new ASMR artist that I've enjoyed, Springbok ASMR. She's put up a couple of videos in really quick succession. I like about her videos that she talks about things that you can tell she's passionate about, like video games or animals or things like that. So I would go check her out. Bear of the Heavens, he's kind of funny for I'm sure he could have some fun in some fun deck. Just blows everything up whenever he dies. So. There's a lot of fun cards in this set. I think it's a really good set. So, my buddy and I played in the Two-Headed Giant pre-release, and my other buddy and two of my other friends split for first. They opened a really good sealed pool, but we did pretty good. It was a lot of fun. We couldn't make it to the normal one, so we got a foil coming up in here somewhere. Revel of the Fallen God. Puts 4 2/2 creatures into play with haste, so it's a little expensive. Probably not going to see much play, but it's kind of fun. It might go in my Borborygmos deck. We got a foil common and a token for gold, which is useful if you get the new legend that exiles creatures to make them gold, or the guild ability, G-I-L-D, from the Blast set, I believe. So it's always good to have those tokens. Some tokens are crazy. I've gotten a token. It's like some of the Wormcoil Engine tokens are like $10, I think. It's ridiculous. But people pay what they want. There's not a lot of them. It drives up demand. This is interesting. When he comes into play or any other enchantment enters the battlefield, my opponent's creatures get -1/-1 till end of turn. I bet you could do something fun with him. Once again, not in a real competitive sense, but I bet there's some shenanigans that could be worked out in EDH or something. There's always room for shenanigans. I'm peeking at the end. I picked up, for those who play Magic and know, I was able to pick up an Imperial Recruiter yesterday. I was very excited about that. I think I'm going to build either a Mael deck or a Dao Chan deck. I don't know if I want to trade it off or not. There's very convincing arguments to trade it, but I'm to the point, I think, in my life where I don't need to trade it. I can just buy the things I want, which is, I'm very blessed to be in that situation where I can buy the things that I like. But you never know. Somebody might want it and offer me a really good deal. I know I'm still picking up the original dual lands and things like that, so. Sheep Tribal. It's the new hotness. Not really, but it's fun. Yay for sheep. So this is similar to a previous card called Grave Pact, or Storm. Grave Pact. This one just costs 2 more, but has flash, so you can kind of surprise people with it. Sure to be an annoyance for some people. Once again, probably not seeing play in anything competitive. I don't think. I've been kind of out of the competitive loop lately. I actually had a Type 2 deck built mostly an Esper control deck, but I just never got around to making it back to Friday Night Magic to play or traveling to any events or anything like that, which is fine. I have a lot of fun playing with my buddies. We're competitive enough where we keep each other on our toes. I don't know if that background noise is coming through the mic or not. Hopefully not. Let's find out. Well, our first land that we were talking about, the Scry lands. That makes me happy. Only a couple more of those we need. I love new cards. They smell great. They're fun. It's always exciting to open new cards. One of those. I don't know if there's an equivalent for everything, but just I find it a very enjoyable experience. So we've got the weird version of Wrath of God. Not Wrath of God, Damnation, sorry. Destroy all non-enchantment creatures. Provided that I open a God pack. There's a couple cards I want to take out of my EDH deck, like Terminus or Hallowed Burial, which puts everything on the bottom of my libraries because I'd have creatures now. But stuff like this can replace it, since not only are my creatures indestructible, they're also enchantments. Because pretty much the only thing in the deck is Planeswalkers and like 2 Eldrazi and a Maelstrom Wanderer. So that's a nice one to have. And a foil common. I should start opening them upside down and surprising myself. Flip them over to see if it's a God pack. Not like this one. Don't get my hopes up too high about getting one. I mean, they're supposed to be fairly rare. I think one in every case is the word on the street. I'm not sure, but who knows? Probably like one of those Willy Wonka situations. Get all the people spending tons of money to buy chocolate bars. Yeah, hundreds, thousands of dollars. Ooh, that's a good sign right there. There's the Johnny. So, we got a Johnny, Mentor of Heroes, the new Planeswalker. He's got a lot of text on him, but the most important thing is that his +1 lets me look at the top 4 cards of my library for creatures or Planeswalkers. And as I said in the aforementioned deck, there's lots of Planeswalkers. So that's happy. And a foil rare. I don't know if you'll see play in anything, maybe like a Gruul deck, but he's foil. You can see, woo! So I think like Willy Wonka, we had people spending hundreds, thousands of dollars for one guy who owned a nut company, having his workers just opening candy bars instead of peanuts. And most people who spent lots and lots of money never got a golden ticket. And it ended up being, good old Charlie Bucket finds a couple dollars, buys 2 candy bars or something like that, and he got it. So I kind of figured that's what the God Pack's going to be like. I bought a box. More than most. Less than some. Some people buy multiple boxes. But some kid who, and it's just fine, some kid who will have just a little bit of money, will buy a booster pack, and he'll get the God Pack and make his day, which is awesome. My wife teaches at junior high, and she has become the de facto advisor for any nerdy club at the school. She was the advisor for the GM club, which was actually for kids who want to learn video game programming. And she was the NAL advisor. And just last week, She was asked to be the advisor for the Magic Club. It was great. I got some text the other day from her because some of the kids needed ruling questions. It made me very happy. I like that kids are learning magic. From what it sounds like, none of the kids are like 14 or 12, 13-year-old competitive prodigies. It seems like it's a pretty level playing field, which is good for everybody. Our second mythic, I believe, mythic after Ajani, Sage of Hours. When you ever cast a spell that targets him, he gets a counter. Remove all his counters. And if you remove at least 5, for every 5, you get an extra turn. So, he might go somewhere, I'm not sure. Who knows? He's a thing. It's great seeing new ASMR artists pop up. It's also great to see how quickly the community embraces them. And it's not even a male or female thing. You see new guys' channels pop up and they get just as many nice comments as the ladies. It's really nice to see people just gushing over new videos. Because people have different triggers. Different voices trigger different people, different videos, different role plays, different topics. Everyone's different. And it's always nice to go to the comment section and there we go, see people just tell people they love their video. So here's King Makar. Whenever he untaps, you can exile a creature. If you do, you put an artifact token on the battlefield, which is that one I showed you earlier. That's a piece of gold. So he is not King Midas, but he kind of is. That's kind of his thing. But they couldn't call him King Midas, obviously. I think Wizards of the Coast got away from using real names for things a long time ago. And they also stopped naming things randomly, like you're never going to see another Lurgoyf. But, and you're probably also not going to see an Unholy Strength printed with a burning pentagram in the background either, which is, it's fine. Game was early. They took that out of, want to make the game accessible to people. Despite the fact that this is a, I don't know, some scary wolf thing in the mist. But Magic, it's good. Like kids learning Magic, like people learning Magic. It's a thinking game. It's a strategy game. Makes you smarter and keeps your mind sharp. Here's our second Silence the Believers. Nothing special, it's just an exile a creature. You have to pay for everyone beyond the first, but 4 mana to exile something. Good for god killing, which we haven't gotten one of yet, actually, not even one by itself, which is it's not a big deal. We've got an Ajani, the new 5-color land, and the Scry land, so I'm not upset either. There's plenty of good cards for me to use. A lot of them will find homes in different things. Some of them will get given to the kids at the Magic Club for who can't afford cards. Because let's face it, much as I love this game, it's not exactly conducive to people on a budget sometimes. So, this guy was the promo for people who chose the white deck at the pre-release. You target him, he gets 3 counters on him. Flying lifelink. So he's a thing. He'll probably go into my human EDH deck. I don't think my camera has any special microphones on it. So this is me just moving my hands around because it's probably not doing anything. But we'll pretend it does. Because that's what people do, right? Make sounds back and forth around their mic. Our second Bear of Heavens. I think he was the first one we opened. Surprised myself already. Bam. Nope. No contact. I'll do that from now on. The rest of the box I'll open it and show it to the camera as soon as before I show it to myself. That way we can be surprised together. I don't know if I've done any videos, or in any of my videos I've talked about myself. Probably not all that interesting. Web developer, had a good life, cute kid. Have a house, own a condo that I rent to my sister. Friends that share the same hobbies that I do. And a life that's understanding about my hobbies. So, it's a pretty sweet deal. I must have done something right at some point in my life to get that lucky. Oh, I forgot to do that thing. Memory span of something with not a very big memory span. A very expensive mind control. I don't know if it's a thing or not. Probably not a thing. 7 mana for a mind control. Hardly seems worth it, huh? Okay, so. Gotta remember which way to open these things. I'm just butchering this pattern. There we go. And not a cutback. It's okay. If you've watched my other videos, you've seen I've got some pretty good packs. Boxes. My boxes have been great. The Theros box, I got the foil Thassa, all types of stuff. I've not been sad about my box opens. We saw this guy earlier. Said he might be fun to build around with his shenanigans. Okay. Nope. I think it'd be fun to get. There's obviously the God Pack would be fun to have because, well, you're opening 15 mythics. But my Planeswalker deck has all the Planeswalkers outside of Nissa and the 2 casting cost red one because he was just awful and I couldn't justify him. But it has like all the copies of Jace, all the copies of Johnny, all the copies of Garuk, and I've been telling myself, oh, it's so hard to make cuts, so hard to make cuts. So I made this bet with my buddies. I want to open one just because I want to force myself to make 15 cuts to a deck that I don't necessarily think I want to make cuts to. Second King Makar, that's fun. I think he might be good to trade. 2-3 for 4. He might actually see play somewhere. I'm not going to hold my breath, but it's possible. I recently got into the Heroes of the Storm Alpha. If any of you guys play or in the Alpha, let me know. That might actually be fun to make videos of, so if you're watching this video 25 minutes in, so I don't know who, but you might, and you're interested in whispering, soft-spoken, I guess I don't whisper, I guess I talk softly, a speaking softly video of Heroes of the Storm, which is Blizzard's version of League of Legends, let me know, and I'll be happy to make one. Nope. If anything, if I get anything else out of the rest of the box, I would like another one of the Skylands, at minimum. The mythic weapon wouldn't be terrible, but that's really just for flavor. I'm peeking. Oh, there we go. Centaur Tribal. Everybody loves centaurs, right? 3/3 Vigilance Trample for 4. That makes all other centaurs get +1/+1 Vigilance and Trample. So if there's enough centaurs out there, Centaur Tribal. Maybe EDH Centaur Tribal. Who knows? I haven't played much Hearthstone lately. I played enough to get my extra card back and things like that, but it's because I played it so much during the original beta. When I got it months and months ago, I played it a lot. Not that I don't like the game anymore, I've just been playing a lot of Diablo with my buddies. You know, running rifts and things like that. Ooh, that was bad. I didn't do that to any other cards. You play Diablo and you want to play with me, I'm always open for people who want to run rifts or farm bounties. You know, I play pretty late. Hey, bam. Nope. Like I said, I'm a web developer. I write in a lot of languages, actually. I've worked at different places over the years. I'm older than I seem. I'm actually 31. I've had to program in lots of languages. I've done everything from Cold Fusion to straight up Flash development. I do PHP on the side because I do a lot of WordPress development for people. At my main job, I do ASP and MVC, but I'm also in charge of managing servers. I mean, a lot of different stuff. It's a blessing and a curse at times. This is fun, copying things. It's one of those. What's the word? An expert in everything, a master at none. So I've had to do so many different jobs over the years. You know, some people are like, I'm an awesome ASP.NET developer. Oh, I forgot to flip the back over. But I'd say I'm a good developer. I mean, I like to think so. But when you've had to switch technologies, it makes it interesting. But I also am blessed to know a lot about a lot of different things. I'm one of those people where if a client has a problem, since I've had to work from everything from the front end all the way to the database design, all the way to managing the server and configuring IIS, or, you know, what it takes to run a 32-bit DLL on a 64-bit server, I'm very useful to people because I have that very wide gamut of knowledge. So it's nice. Oh, there we go. Another land. That makes me happy. We got the red-blue Scryland. And we got another flow rare. We got Harness by Force, which steals creatures. And since my camera's not awesome, you really can't see the flow, but it's foily, I promise. So that's fun. That's nice. I say we got maybe 3, 6, 12, or 15 packs left. I've lost track. I'll have to flip it over again. Silly me. That's alright. That pack was good. Just because I had the land. The foil rare is a bonus. My Planeswalker EDH deck is kind of my quote-unquote pride and joy as far as Magic decks go. But, another Hydra. Oh, this guy, he doubles himself. We had to deal with him at the pre-release. He's kind of obnoxious if you don't have a removal spell. Ready. I'm still pulling for it. You're telling me there's a chance. Oh, that movie. Huh. This guy lets everybody have the fight ability till the end of turn, which is definitely interesting. Especially as an instant speed, so that's different. I don't know if I have a home for it, but still might have a spot for it somewhere. my brain tells me, since I haven't opened a God yet, we'll get a God pack, but my brain is off and wrong. Ready? Here we go. Nope. We got the same mythic again, the extra turn one. Really nice to get the weapon, but no biggie. Actually, I don't know what to do with the weapon. Probably just go in repeat or something like that. Really only because I want to get it for variety. No other reason other than that. Here we go. Nope. I think this card, I don't know if it'll see play or not. It's 1 red, instant speed, 2 damage to target creature. If it dies, exiles it. So it's instant speed, Pillar of Flame. Pillar of Flame is just 2 damage, right? Yeah, and sorcery speed. So, unless I'm forgetting something, maybe Pillar of Flame hits players too. I don't remember. This is why I'm not sure if it would see play, because you can't hit anybody else with it. It will only hit creatures, so who knows. I have to look up Pillar of Flame again to see what the difference is. Other than one being sorcery speed and one being instant speed. I have to move these comments here in a second. They're kind of getting in the way. This one's fun. Basically doubles any damage that would be dealt. Once again, other cards have this effect too. It's just interesting that it's an enchantment that has flash. Surprise people with double damage. because it does it to you too. If you get hit, you take the double damage, so you gotta be careful. Okay, we have 13 packs left, including this one. So just about a third of the way to go. Still plenty of good chances for the God pack. Or just gods in general. So, gods in generals. It's the movie, right? I think so. Civil War movie? Gods in generals? I don't know. Nope. I'm making these videos and I'll be... excuse me, goodness. I don't actually know if my voice is very relaxing. I think I've mentioned this before, so I don't want to make it sound like I'm complaining, because I'm not complaining. Like, I don't know if I should just shut up and open the packs, or my voice is actually relaxing to somebody. Oh, there's a god. There we go. We've got Crufix, God of the Horizons. Indestructible, no maximum hand size, and any mana that would empty from my mana pool just stays there and it's colorless instead. So he's very good. He's very good. So I don't know if I should actually be saying something. I know earlier I said people like different things, so maybe there's somebody out there that thinks my voice is relaxing. I don't know. Oh well. Like, I don't know if I should actually, like, make another video, like, of me actually doing those typical roleplay videos, like, I don't know, pick one, you know, eye examinations or things like that. I just don't know if I'm that type of person. I don't know. I mean, I'd make it, don't get me wrong. I just don't know if people are interested in my voice. Maybe they're just here for the magic card, which I wouldn't blame them. I flipped the pack over, but it totally didn't work. So we'll still suppress myself. It would be a nice surprise. Nice surprise. Tomorrow I get to do all manner of grown-up things like mow and weed eat my lawn and pull some weeds and things that grown-ups do. You know, the night after I open my Magic the Gathering box. I don't know if I'll play this or not. It's basically just an Anthem effect. I don't know if it's any better than any of the Anthems I have in my King Darian deck. It's really the only deck it would fit in. I guess I could put it in my new Una deck, but it doesn't seem... I don't know. It's a thing. We'll see. I'll have to review my other Anthem effects and see if this one's actually more... It's colorless, which is nice. In case I get a couple non-color producing lands, I can still cast it. But if I got non-color producing lands, I probably can't cast any creature either, so who knows? I don't know. Think happy thoughts. Nope. This guy saw, he got talked about a little bit. There's a 2/2 for 2 that says whenever a player casts a spell with converted mana cost of 3 or less, he deals 2 damage to that player. Basically says we're gonna start playing big magic, you know, play big spells. No more aggro-y things. So whether he sees play or not, I really don't know. Some people talked about it in Legacy. I don't play enough Legacy to know if this is going to be a thing or not, but it got talked about. People speculated and like they do. So getting down to it, let's see how I do. Nada. So we got 6 packs left. Yeah, 6 more. This is fun. He'll probably get a spot in my EDH deck. He gives me hexproof, so that's nice. And then a foil common of the Satyr Grove Dancer. He just pumps somebody else, so yeah, whatever. Okay. Final 6. Keep picking those happy talks, please. Okay. The white flash enchantment. All my creatures get +2/+2. Probably will see play in my deck. It costs 5, but it has flash. Bigger anthem effect. Hard to say. Sometimes I feel like I have other things I want to do with my mana, but it can really throw a wrench into a plan if somebody, like, let's say, does a spell that does like X damage, or they play a black sun zenith where they calculate how much damage they need to do, and then being able to throw them off completely by something like that is something, you know, worth mentioning. Because definitely the cards like black sun zenith, people will count like, okay, I need to do this much, you know, I gotta clear these things. And if you can throw off their numbers after they cast it, so it kind of puts you in a great position. It's awesome. Okay. I see 4 uncommons. It just bounces a creature. Foil. This one, interesting. 5. This is a green flash enchantment that basically, whenever any player taps a land for mana, they add a second one that anything the land can produce. So for 5 mana, you double your mana, and you can flash it at the end of your opponent's turn, so they don't get the benefit right away. So Yeah, it's a thing. Okay. We've got 4 packs left. In the most basic math sense, we have a 25%. No, it's not even 25%. That's terrible math. Terrible math. What am I saying? We have 4 packs left to see if we get a God pack. So, let's see what happens. We got this one earlier too, just copies creatures. So, okay. Three final packs, all with the same ugly picture on it. I've got a golden ticket. Well, I don't think it's happening, so that's unfortunate. You know, unless I'm missing something in the cards that I got. I know I have a Johnny, and I got the lands. I don't actually know if this box paid for itself. Yeah, there's 3 packs left. This rare's in here too. My other boxes were very much worth the money. This one I'm not so sure. It's a good set, I just don't know if I'm getting the value out of it. A 5/5 flying guy for 3 with the downside of everyone gets to draw a card during your turn. So, yeah. Okay, 2 packs left. Here we go. This guy's been talked about in mostly fun combos. I don't know if he basically says anytime you cast something, things are cheaper when they target stuff. For every target. So if you have any of the spells that you can pay extra to increase their targets, he reduces it by 1. So there's definitely some flavor interaction with stuff in here. It's also good at things like it's like good for Comet Storm. It's good for I can't think of the other red burn spell it's good for. So he's got some fun synergy. Hey everybody. This is the last pack. There's lots of things you want. Ideally, 15 gods. So, what do you think? Good thoughts? Hope they're in here. If it's not, my deck will stay the same with all planeswalkers. So, moment of truth. Ready? No. No. That's too bad. You know, statistically, it's not likely that I get it. But you know, you can hope. In your head, you know that it's not likely, but you like it to be so. What am I doing? Just losing focus now. I'm just putting commons in the uncommon stack. Silly. Okay. The last rare of the box is Skybind. Well, that's a little underwhelming. It says basically he exiles stuff till the end of turn. Whenever other enchantment comes into play, you exile stuff till the end of turn. So maybe you could do weird shenanigans with him, but it's like a really weird Oblivion ring. So I don't know. So, in recapping, things that we know we were excited about were we know we liked getting Crewfix. We know we liked getting King Makar. We know we liked getting 2 of the Scrylands. And we know we were very happy to see a Johnny. So, okay everybody, it's my video for the next 3 months. Unless, you know, once again, if people out there like listening to me, they followed this 52-minute video, which is about what I expected, and you do want me to make something else, I'm down. I've got time in the evenings. I don't mind, as long as somebody wants it. So, if not, I will see you guys in 3 months when the next set comes out. Or maybe sooner. We got Conspiracy coming out soon, which should be interesting. But I appreciate anybody who watches. You know, I just do it for fun. I have no end goal of, I don't know, I just do it for fun. And hopefully somebody likes it. Once again, a shout out to everyone out there who makes ASMR videos. I appreciate your work. And have a good night.